Beloved stakeholders of Africa, corporate governance professionals, whistleblowers, African youth, governments and regulators, the media, as well as the global community at large. I greet you all and welcome to the African Corporate Governance Institute, briefly known as the African CGI. Welcoming you is Natalia Isak, the founder of the African CGI, a commercial and corporate lawyer, officially Namibia's first whistleblower and the youngest whistleblower in Africa. And of course, we know a quick Google search of Natalia Isak will immediately pull up media reports of concern, informing you that Natalia is a problematic, crazy, violent, emotionally unintelligent, angry, etc. employee who was fighting at work and who was suspended for fighting at work, dismissed, fired, etc. etc. Stakeholders of the African CGI. It is exactly issues of unethical business practices such as this malinformation, misinformation, and disinformation supported by artificial intelligence abuses in the form of digital manipulations, as well as elite and state capture, and additionally bureaucratic ethics dilemmas that has informed the establishment of the African CGI. Accordingly, here at the African CGI, we simply strive to neutralize the strong resistance against corporate governance regulation in Africa by adding the African perspective to global corporate governance discourse. I'm not just going to leave you with a story about why the African CGI had to be established. I'm going to go a step further and actually bring you evidence of whistleblower retaliation in the form of media propaganda. Specifically, in the first quarter of 2024, on this very platform of the African CGI, I am going to bring you my employer's full CCTV footage from the whistleblowing incident as relied upon by this employer at the internal disciplinary hearing against me. We will then compare that CCTV footage to what the media has reported. Because it is over 3 years later since the whistleblowing and the whistleblower retaliation occurred, we deem it fair to bring you an update focusing on what the relevant board of directors, government shareholder, as well as regulators have done to resolve the whistleblowing as well as whistleblower retaliation within good time. This is particularly essential for highlighting and bringing into context the core public policy issues around corporate governance in Africa. These issues are the conflict between government as a shareholder in state-owned enterprises, as well as government as the regulator of those same state-owned enterprises. Further, the issue of incompetent board of directors and the lack of accountability and transparency of SOEs. Thirdly, we will be looking at the issue of apartheid legislation or colonial legislation as may be applicable in your part of Africa, as an improper influence on the independence of the judiciary. And then fourth, we will also be looking into artificial intelligence abuses by the media, which is a gross violation of press freedom. And finally, we will be focusing on unethical journalism, particularly steering in the direction of self-regulated professional members associations.